Last Man In Podcast, episode number 182. Cam here. Matt, no longer the replacement at this point. No, I think you're mainstay. Did you hear that? My ribs.
Is that your ribs that cracked?
My ribs just cracked. What is that? What's the muscle? What's the bone that's right in front of your sternum? Sternum. Felt like my sternum cracked there. Went to go for a yawn. We're going to start off. I don't tease here. We don't tease. I'm not Greg. Because we'll get to that. I don't like that. I don't like that saying. It drives me nuts. Because we'll be in the middle of a fantastic conversation. And then he's like, no, we got to move on. Got to get to it. We got to move on. And you're like, what are we talking? Why? We're having a great one. I'm airing the laundry today, guys. No.
Jeez.
Yeah. We're going to start off with the biggest news of the day. We just found out. Matt, what did you just open?
I opened the TSN app.
And what did you see there besides the oodles and noodles of Leafs videos? What did you see?
There's actually more than one Jets video.
How many?
4.
There's 4!
There's 4!
In a scroll, you found 4.
And I scrolled up, because there was 3 right in a row, and then I scrolled down a little bit more, 4th one.
Oh no. Something terrible is about to happen.
Jets are about to go into the worst tank of their fucking life and
all of them.
The playoffs.
All of them. How many games do they have left? They're winning 2 of them. That's what we're learning. They're going to beat the Knights tonight, and that's it. And then they're going to win the last game of the year, and they're going to get into the second wildcard spot, and then they're going to lose every other game after that again. Not because I don't want them to win a playoff game or anything like that. Just because TSN hexed them. That's what happened. So the Jets, actually, it's been, they've played 3 games since the last time we, we did this thing called the podcast. Yeah. They're actually now currently they just started it the other night on a 10-game homestand. But before they started that homestand, they had 2 games right before the All-Star break. They played the Sharks. What happened in that game,
man? That was a wild game.
I did not watch a minute of either game.
A lot of goals being scored in that one.
Okay.
I think Armia had 2, which always puts a smile on my face.
Yes, that's okay.
Yep.
You all
know if you've been around the podcast long enough. Yeah. Every time I come on here, I just rave about Armia.
Yeah.
So
I get to see one of my boys. Thankfully, I'm lucky enough to go to the game tonight against the Vegas Golden Knights, and one of my boys is Eric Holla. Holla at your boy. I think the boys' crew, as you could call it, like your homies or whatever, like the homies scores. I think you could have 3 to 5 players. They can't or they shouldn't be superstars, or if they are a superstar, they haven't won a cup yet. Like there's got to be, but once they win a cup, they kind of slide out of your homie group. Because Phil Kessler was my homie since day one on this pod. He still is, but you all know since day one I've been on the Phil Kessler train. But now that he's won 2 cups, I love the homie Phil, but I have to back away from him a bit because other people love him too much, and that's hipster Cam adjusting his glasses. But yeah, so the homie Joel scored. Yoel, or however they say Joel in Finland.
Yeah. Who else?
You don't have to name everyone. How was the game? How did it break down?
It was a good game. They kept getting leads and losing leads. So,
okay. Not so good.
That was very stressful. So then I think with 5 minutes left, the Sharks tied it up, and they went into overtime. And Buff made an ill-advised pinch, and it worked out this time. Because he went down, took it around the net, threw it out front, Brian Little comes in, one-timer, goal.
I remember seeing that highlight.
Pavelski was cheating really hard because I think he thought that Buff was just going to drop it back, and Pavelski was just or it was either Pavelski or Couture.
You're talking to yourself, I'm not sure.
I know.
But no, if Pavelski was cheating hard, like on the blue line, you mean?
No, he was cheating down by the goal line after Buff went down around the net because Burns was following him.
Yep.
And I think Pavelski thought that Burns was either going to slap the puck back and Pavelski would just pick it up, or that Buff would try to backhand it around the boards. Because Pavelski was just right down the goal line, and Little was just standing at the circle around the hash
left
mark. Left hash mark, just unmarked, and Buff just kind of slid it there, put it in, Jets win.
Well, if it was Pavelski,
I think
we'll just say it's Pavelski. Because we could be wrong with confidence here. We know this. Pavelski, I don't place blame on Pavelski because that's a pretty high percentage guess that Buff's going to he tends to no-look drop past it often. Usually once every 3 games that I've seen. So maybe it only happens in the 3 games I watch a year, 6 games I watch the entire year. Even when I go attend the game, I'm looking around, I'm eating popcorn, I'm drinking soda pop.
I'm trying to see all the fans that are wearing the same jersey as you because you're not wearing a Jets jersey.
I never wear a Jets jersey ever. I own a Jets jersey, I never wear. And somehow I always go, I go with friends who bring me who know I'm not a Jets fan. So they're like, here, wear this Tampa jersey. Or here. I went with a friend of the show, goalie guru Bryan. So he's quite a big... the last game I went to was Tampa. But let's back to another beautiful sunny state. So they won 5-4 in overtime.
Yeah.
Star of the game that wasn't Armia, who would you give it to?
Ooh.
I'm going to try and bring the star of the game into C.
Star of the game. You know,
Yeah.
It's Armia.
It's Armia? That's fair. That's
Armia.
fair. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay. And then the next night or the night after?
It was the night after.
The night after they played the Anaheim Ducks. What happened? Anything
similar
notable?
thing. They're just, except for, I think the Ducks started off, I can't remember. I think the Ducks started off with the lead. Jets came back, whatever. It ended in a shootout. Not memorable games when they go to shootouts. I kind of block them out because I hate shootouts.
Oh, you don't like losing by a
skill
skill
count? Yeah, no, I'm not a huge fan.
It's still weird that the Jets, Ehlers doesn't get a lot of chances. But, I mean,
But look at his play. Fucking every time he gets a breakaway, he's not scoring. So is he really that good in the shootouts?
And again, like, I can just use, like, Coach Dominic Ducharme from World Juniors. They said they had a practice where it was, like, half hour or, like, 15 solid minutes of just shootouts. And, like, player after player, they just kept going and going. And Mark Masters asked him, like, why were you running that? And he's like, oh, I know who can score goals in their own league. But he's like, in a shootout, he's like, I'm looking at which players are, like, nervous in practice. And he's like, I'm not picking those guys. Because clearly. And, like, it's stuff that I've never thought about, like, ever.
No.
So.
Definitely. So, yeah, they lost. Hendricks ended up going in the shootout, which a lot of people were very upset about.
In the Ducks?
In the Ducks
Did he score?
And he did not score. But he's like 39%.
11 for 29 out before he shot. So he's
Yeah.
11 for 30. That's not bad.
That's pretty fucking good.
That's
like,
33%?
Yeah, something like that. Like
133, 1/3 chance. Scott Steiner. All right, Senior Joe. Sorry, I'll tweet that. Now that I said it, no one, unless you're like a wrestling fan who's watched TNA or like everything, no one got that reference. I will tweet it so you know what I'm talking about. But otherwise, what was the score in the game then?
I don't remember. Okay,
Oh wait, I have it right here. 4-3 shootout loss. And then they went into the break, the All-Star break.
The All-Star break.
And what did you think of the Jets at the All-Star game? The Jets
at the All-Star game
there.
You know what? It's an All-Star game, so it's kind of whatever. Like Wheeler didn't look great, but neither did a lot of guys who were supposed to look good. Like Hellebuck let in a couple of softies, but there was also a goal that Besser scored on him in the 3-on-3 that no goalie was stopping at the All-Star game. So I don't know.
Well,
tough to say.
You brought up Brock Besser. I'm going to name the winners of the All-Star game. I'll ask you if you watched anything.
No, Brock Besser was the winner of the All-Star game.
Well, yes, but I mean like the winner of like the every section, I guess. Because I didn't watch a minute of it. I was busy watching literally every Royal Rumble ever made I watched last weekend. Like all 36 hours of them. It was a great ending. I won't spoil it for who's seen it, but if you have seen it, comment below what your reaction was. Don't say who won, though. We don't want to ruin it for who had one. I will delete the comments who say who win. Because sometimes I go, like, I have to watch, like, Raw and SmackDown, like, on Saturday or Sunday, and it's Monday, Tuesday. At least in Winnipeg or everywhere, but here. Anyways, what were your reactions to the Royal Rumble? Just the Rumbles. Because we all agree that matches sucked. And I don't care if you like the matches. They sucked. So this is Brock Besser's weekend, which I'm going to bring up. I'm going to say a state. So, how was your weekend? Tweeted Frank Saravalli. Brock Besser takes home almost $550,000 and a car for NHL All-Star MVP. He got a $212.5 $100,000 bonus making the team, $212.5 bonus for MVP, $91,000 for being on the winning team, $25,000 shooting accuracy win, and a car. Some sort of Honda, I believe.
My God. Oh, yeah, it's one of those weird...
Honda.
It's the Eco one. They're hybrid, so it literally runs on electricity, but it still has gas in it in case your electricity runs out.
Okay, now if you're Brock Besser, do you keep that car or do you give it to your parents? Or to someone?
I think you just sell it. I wouldn't give that to my parents. My dad would kick my ass for giving them something like that.
Oh, fine.
Sell it and give them the money.
But you're also Brock Besser, who lives in Vancouver, very eco-friendly city. Do you just keep it? Pretty sure he's not driving a Honda.
No, I don't think he is either.
I mean, like, most people who drive fancy cars can also afford to pay the gas in said fancy car. Yeah. And after this weekend, how much money do you think, side tangent, how much money do you think you spend in a year on gas?
Oh.
Like the average person.
The average person.
Okay, because I drive a pretty, like, a bigger car. I'm not going to say what kind of car it is, but it's a bigger one. And it costs me $150 a month. So, hold on.
You don't drive all that much.
And I don't drive all that much, so that's not even average. But fine, I'll top it up to $200 for the... So, we'll say $150 is average. Or how much do you spend?
Roughly,
a month.
I'd say about $250.
$250, so it's $200 and okay for average?
I'm driving all the time, though, right? My car doesn't turn off in the winter.
That's true. I'll do $150 average person then. You think?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, times 12. That's $1,800 a year on just gas. If that is in fact $150, how many years do you think the average person drives? Like 18 through 20, 40. We'll say 40 years. 40. If you're spending $125 or no, $200 a month on gas, that's $1,800 in a year, and you drive for 40 years, and you fill up twice a month, that's $72,000. Brock Besser made that's all good. Brock Besser made just short of $500,000. So Brock Besser could drive a gas guzzler and still own So
he'll be fine. Plus, that's just that weekend. I think he'll be okay to.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's gonna make.
He's probably making that right now in his contract, his rookie contract.
Yeah, but just think of how much more he's gonna make.
He's
gonna be second in for rookie of the year this year.
2 weeks before the All-Star break, he hit 20 goals. Or no, 3 weeks before the All-Star break, he hit 20 goals, which is a $212,500 bonus as well.
Jeez.
So these are $212,500.
He's gonna hit a lot of his bonuses this year.
So I just want to ask, as Brock Besser, is this the greatest weekend in your life? Like, how's it? How are you gonna
maybe
to date? But how are you gonna beat this? Like, because the cup is rarely won on a weekend. Even if you win on the Thursday, you'll be partying that weekend, but you didn't bring home $550,000. You won the cup. Yeah, I'm not saying the cup isn't worth all its weight in gold, but this is going to be really hard to beat for, like, best weekend ever.
Well, yeah, and plus
maybe getting married.
He was in
professionally,
Florida.
This is going to be one of his best weekends.
He was in Florida, and they have some good-looking girls down in Florida, so I'm sure he brought home one or two.
Unless he's got a girlfriend that we don't know of.
Even if he does have
There's
one.
some. Hey, I'll defend Brock Besser in this, and take Brock Besser's side saying he does have a girlfriend. He went to University of North Dakota. North Dakota and Manitoba, sure, it's desolate in the wintertime. But we have some pretty good-looking ladies here.
Oh, yeah.
Or people in general. Because I've been to Nebraska. Hell, you know it ain't worth shit. No offense. Everyone in Nebraska. You don't know that song?
No, I don't.
Oh, it's Coming Home by Dallas or City in Color. Yeah. Anyways, sorry, Brett. I know he lives in Wisconsin. So it's like, hey, I thought we were friends. We are friends. Anyways, I got to tweet that song now too. No one will know what I'm talking about. What I was going to say that was, I've traveled places. Per capita, Manitoba, North Dakota, top notch. Minnesota, the skill drops. I'm sorry. The skill drops. Somewhere between Fargo and Moorhead, the skill drops. You go from like a bunch of second and third round picks to like 5-6 round picks. There's a few seconds, but you're like, oh, they're from Manitoba, for sure. Oh, they're North Dakota. They're visiting. There's no way. All right. So how do you think, did you mention what Blake Wheeler participated in, or what
did he? He did hardest shot, but I didn't watch the whole thing.
You didn't watch it either, right?
I watched the fastest skater, and I think that was, and maybe, no, that's pretty much all I watched because I had hockey, so I didn't get to watch a lot of it. And then I skimmed through it when I was drunk when I got home from hockey, so I didn't really... I don't know.
All right.
I don't remember a lot of it.
This podcast today is brought to you by, what were you drinking?
Bud Light.
Bud Light. Taste the rainbow. Bud Light. What's their slogan? Oh, here we go. You remember that when he named his dog Here We Go? That commercial?
I don't remember that.
What?
I don't watch a lot of commercials. I PVR everything.
I like how I've watched thousands upon thousands of hours of television. I can't remember many things, but I remember great commercials. There's this one commercial I've been on the search for years. It was a Subway commercial during the Labor Day Classic for the CFL in 2006 or 2005.
Jeez.
Basically, it shows this grandpa walking by, in a walker, walking by a big living room window facing a backyard, and there's a family barbecue. And this guy, like, the son-in-law runs and just tackles Grandpa through the window, and he's like, "Woo, I'm feeling good!" And everyone's like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" And then it cuts away, and it's like, "Subway, have your nearest Subway." No. And then it cuts back, and they're like, "Why would you do that?" And he's like, "I had Subway." The grandpa comes running and throws his walker at him right in the face and ousts him. And they're like, "Grandpa, what are you doing?" And he's like, "I had Subway too." Subway, eat fresh. And then it just, next commercial. And
what the
yeah,
hell?
no, it's real. It's not in my brain. I remember this. I was with people in the room. I was with my dad and family friends. I remember this. Like, there's no, unless I was like in like REM sleep, and what's that sleep where you like float out of your body?
Oh, I just fucking...
And you walk around. Either way, that. Maybe I fell asleep for a quick cat nap, and I was dreaming, and I'm like, you know what would be an awesome commercial? This. And then it happened. And then, like, I woke up, and I'm like, you remember that great commercial? I was like, I mean, it was just an average Subway commercial. I'm like, sure. It was like a family eating Subway at a picnic. And I'm like, that's not what happened. Grandpa threw his walker. His son-in-law tackled Grandpa through the window.
Jeez.
That's what I was thinking of. So at the All-Star game, these are a rattle off who won what. To no surprise, Connor McDavid was the fastest guy at 13.45 seconds left.
Closer than you would have thought it was.
Who was second?
Point.
Braden Point?
Braden Point. And I was
Tampa Bay.
I was watching that part with my dad. He's like, well, that's not going to even come close to McDavid's 11 that he's going to get. And I'm like, that was pretty fast. Like, I don't know if anyone's getting any faster than that other than maybe McDavid.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everyone goes, and I think Eichel was the next fastest after Point.
Eichel's got speed.
Weird, it's a weird stride, though.
Around the corners?
Yeah.
Yeah. His crossovers are weird, eh?
They're weird.
That's what I notice about Eichel. Yeah. Like, I don't know much about like skating or whatnot, but like, it's different. It's just something about it's off, and you're like...
But it works, because he's really fast.
Well, if he's the third fastest guy allegedly in the NHL, he's doing okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Braden Point, I guess, there's no surprise that he's pretty fast. I didn't know he's that fast, but of course Tampa, I mean, they don't need any more undersized fast guys. They already have all of them. And then they're like, oh, and the next one's this guy. And then you're like, I wonder who he... Damn it! It's Tampa again! It's always in Tampa! Come on! And if it's not Tampa, it's like Vegas. And you're like, they drafted once! They drafted once! How do they have all these guys? Where are they coming from? They're the first team, actually... We'll get to Vegas because the Jets are playing them tonight, but they're the first team, an expansion team that had 3 first-round picks their first year.
Yeah.
That's not fair. It's not fair. Like...
I just want to throw this out there. You just teased something. You did it.
I did it.
You did it.
Did I say we'll get to it?
You did
it. No! I've become what I hate. I brought dishonor to my family. Cuts himself with his own lightsaber. Dang it. Well, pack it up. Podcast is over. It's ended. We're never doing another one. All right. What's the next one? Oh yeah. The passing.
Oh, that was a cool one.
Alex Pietrangelo won with 46.61 seconds.
Okay,
what did they do?
Watched this one. So they had the first 3 targets were like you know how in the shooting one they had the light up targets where you had to actually choose what it would choose the target for you, so you don't just get to choose which targets to go out and fire.
Yeah.
So they did that with the passing too, but they made them about 1.5 feet off the ice.
Salsa passes.
Yeah, so they're like guys were trying Kucherov went first, and you could tell it's new, so no one knew what to expect. So Kucherov was just lightly trying to sauce it at these things, and it's not working. So finally, he literally just starts ripping it, and guys, they're not saucing passes. Guys were shooting them at the targets at that point.
Okay.
So you have to keep following whichever pattern they're doing, and the target.
They light up.
They light up, yeah.
Okay.
So every 3 seconds it changes. So if you don't hit it within 3 seconds, it goes to a different target.
Oh, jeez.
It was
and you got to hit 3 of them.
You have to hit all 4.
Oh, dang. Okay.
And then after you do that, you have to go around, do a quick one-touch passes to each they had little rubber bouncy things.
Yep. Yeah. You see those on YouTube with all those hockey guys.
Yeah. So go around in a circle, do that, and then they had the little nets again where you had to hit 4 more targets. Pietrangelo doing that in 45 seconds is incredible.
Yeah.
He's good, was so fast.
Well, I mean, we do see the way he runs the Blues power play. It's one touch. Oh, saucer pass to you're no one's... What? What? How did Tarasenko even? How did that happen? And everyone's like, it's Tarasenko getting open. I'm like, two-way street, guys.
I think it's Pietrangelo getting Tarasenko.
And Tarasenko finding the space, yes, but Pietrangelo realizing, like, oh, he's going to be open. 1, 2, now. And then he gives it to him, and it's like, oh, wide open. Yeah. It's like, yeah, oh, Corey Crawford clearly didn't see that one, like always.
Yeah, like, I think Pietrangelo was 2 minutes faster than Kucherov. And Kucherov went first, and everyone knows how good Kucherov is, so.
Yeah, but Kucherov is really good. Also, this is standing still for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Like, as you've mentioned before, like you played D in beer league. The one game you played forward, you said you forgot how to pass.
My passes were always so far ahead of people because I'm not used. I usually don't skate with the puck and then pass. I like to stand still and then maybe take a stride to the left or right and rip a pass.
Yeah, and see, Petro's a D man, so
he's probably better at doing.
It's gonna play more to him than it would be Kucherov.
Okay,
like, say if there was that's just what I'm thinking at least.
You know, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean that passing one is awesome. You did like that.
It was really cool to watch these guys struggle.
The next one was the save streak. Marc-Andre Fleury won with 14. What is this one? I know we briefly touched on it, but I don't understand what it was.
So they go through they'll take one division against a goalie, and that whole division goes through, and you get essentially a warm up, but you can't end on a save. So Lundqvist went first. He did 5 straight, and then he did another 5, and they only had 9 guys shooting.
Okay.
So, like, after the 9th guy, instead of, like, that just ending because everyone went through, everyone has to keep going until they score on Lundqvist again. Until one person scores on Lundqvist. And then that's the streak, is how many saves Lundqvist can make in a row in a shootout.
Oh, cool. And he did 14.
Fleury did 14, and Rene did 13.
So what we learned is don't go to a shootout in real life with the Vegas Golden Knights.
Well, a lot of those guys were doing stupid moves too, right? Like,
well, yeah, they're hamming it up for the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Course,
like, I think PK came in, chucked his glove at Lundqvist, and then fucking went between the legs.
Oh, beautiful.
So, like, it was all just for fun for those guys, right? Like, it was a cool little thing, but yeah.
So that one was all right. Okay, the next one, hardest shot. 101.3, because apparently Chara wasn't in it and Weber wasn't in it this year because they weren't invited.
It was actually a contest for more than just 2 people.
So Alex Ovechkin won. Which is
good for him.
I mean, if Wheeler was in it, I could see why Ovi won. Not that Wheeler doesn't have a great shot.
Someone told me Wheeler was in it. I can't say for sure if he was or not because I didn't watch that one.
I only saw the winners for this. I didn't watch a minute of it. The next one was the puck control, and Johnny Gaudreau won in 24.5 seconds.
This was a cool one.
Okay, what?
Okay, so the puck they had to do the puck thing that they always do every time. Like they set up the pucks in a row, and you have to carry the puck in between the pucks.
Yes, that was awesome.
Back and forth.
Okay.
So they did that, and then you had to get the puck. You had to bring the puck up on your stick.
Okay.
And put it through a little hole, and they had like a little stand that was probably about 6 feet tall. That
like a stoplight thingy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not really stoplight. It was just a box.
Okay, a box.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a box. And then it had 3 circles, and it was sensors in it that you had to put the puck through.
Okay.
So they had to pick up the puck, and then the thing would light up, and then they had to put it through.
Okay.
Whichever hole it was. So they did that 3 times.
Okay.
So guys like Gaudreau was like did the Crosby move where he fucking puts the stick down and flips it up, and it stays on his stick on his
and he just
blade,
threw it in.
And just threw it in. Guys like Carlson said, "Fuck that shit."
Okay.
Picked up the puck, put it on his stick, and then pushed it through.
Nice. There you go. And it would only work with pucks. Like you couldn't just use
you couldn't
your
just put your stick. Yeah.
I was gonna say I would get my stick.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just being I could get the bottom one probably. I probably couldn't get the one taller than me.
Yeah, you actually had to throw the puck through. So
okay,
it was kind of a cooler design.
That one's probably a lot more fun to watch than
than to do because I don't think any of them really enjoyed it because it looked difficult.
Yeah, so maybe they'll edit that one so that it's not necessarily as hard, or maybe it'll be like the biggest hole, like horizontal, like lower to the ground.
Like maybe like a flick, like you have to flick it through a bigger hole.
Yeah,
instead, like just a quick flick, because not a lot of guys can do that fucking.
That real quick stick trick.
Bring the stick up on your blade and have it on
The younger guys did for sure. Well, all of them are capable of it.
Yeah, it's doing it 3 times in a row.
Yeah,
like that, like
through a hole.
Yeah, exactly.
That's taller than you sometimes, depending if you're Gaudreau. And then of course we already mentioned Brock Besser was the accuracy shooting 11.136 seconds.
Guess who came in second on that one?
I think I know this. Was it Hillary Knight of Team USA?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I know she was the first person to go to like show the example.
Oh, really?
They had 5 USA Olympic women's team there, and like there's a clip, I'm gonna for sure tweet it out. It's Brian Boyle talking to Hillary Knight, because Hillary Knight's, and he's like, he was the second guy to go, and he's like, I don't want to go, like you're what accuracy, like you're gonna crush me. He's like, I crashed the net, and he's like, he's nervous, and she goes and hits all 5 of them.
He's the guy that came in second.
Brian Boyle.
Brian Boyle.
Okay.
Yeah, so whatever tips he must have gave him must have worked.
Yeah, I really liked that though. I liked how they incorporated like the USA women's, but also I heard something off the Steve Dangle podcast, so it's not my original idea here. They suggested for the shootout relay and like for the goalies like in the All-Star game, make it like a high school kid or something, like a kid who's like a prospect or like an actual prospect, and have them try in the shootout, because then the players are going to try too. Like, not just like tell the players like ham it up, but like have the goalies actually try, because like in like Fleury, or like I'll use Carey Price a couple years ago where he did like the kneeling guy, and it's like
Tebow.
It's like, yeah, the Tebow.
Oh, then there's the one where he literally turned around and he was using the glass to try and see.
But it's like, that's not that isn't fun, but it's like, actually be like, yeah, these goalies are trying, so this is how good we already know how good NHLers are, but like, just show them, like, not to be like, oh, this kid's terrible, but it's like, if he stops it, if it goes in, whatever, you cheer for the NHL guy. If he stops it, the crowd's gonna go nuts for the kid. Like, make it fun. Like, not that it isn't fun.
Because, if you're going up against NHLers as a goalie, you're trying.
And, like, those goalies aren't trying either. Because, like, you don't want to pull a hammy or something in an All-Star game.
Well, you look at, like, there was, like, 3 times or something where Fleury did the diving poke check and, like, caught it with his glove or something. And just that save streak thing. Like, he got really lucky on 2 where he, like, dove and poke checked and tried to...
Yeah, and I'm sure those kids would try too, but like the crowd would. I'd cheer hard for the goalies over the players. I'm like, look, I've seen these guys score on NHL goalies. I know what it looks like.
Yeah.
And then the last one. Oh no, that's it. So I guess. Oh yeah, and then I guess Team Pacific beat who?
Central.
Well, really?
In the first round.
Oh, okay.
And then I think the Atlantic beat the Metro, which. If I was picking who would have won, I would not have picked those 2 teams to win. I would have taken the Metro and the Central.
So Pacific beat
Central
in the final.
Oh no, and the Atlantic in the final. Sorry,
they beat Atlantic in the final.
Yeah.
I think again. Here's another idea I just heard just over the internet. They split. They each made $91,000. I'm sure they do this. I know the Sedins did this last year when they won, or a couple years ago. But the money you win, like Brock Besser and those guys, they're millionaires. They're on their way to be millionaires. The winners, like, each guy should just be representing their own, like, a charity. And, like, play for and donate the money. Be like, oh, I'm Brock Besser, I'm playing for the You Can Play Foundation, or, like, Kids Sport, or something. I don't know. I'm sure they're going to do that, or a lot. I hope some of them do that.
I'm sure a lot of them do that.
Yeah, just because...
Because they don't need the money, right?
Yeah, like, who was it a couple years ago? We talked about it on the podcast, where... No, it was the Sedins.
It was the Sedins, yeah.
Where one of the Sedins, like, because they were both, one of them donated it to the charity on behalf of both of them. The other one, $91,000, split it between, like, they gave it away as a bonus to all, like, the equipment guys and all that of the Vancouver Canucks. Yeah. Like, that's awesome.
That's
and, like, that goes a lot farther than, well, maybe, I don't know what they're doing with their money otherwise, but, like, the impact and the image, it's all about, like, we all know a lot of people are good people. We think some people are bad people, but, like, I remember that over, like, oh, I think Brock Besser bought a boat, like, just, like, something like that. It's like, that's great,
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of those guys do it and it doesn't get mentioned.
But that's good. Like, I'd rather, I mean, if I had all the money they had, like, of course you'd want to talk and say that you do that, but I would like to think I would do, like, donate, but I wouldn't want, like, I don't know if I'd want it publicized. Not that, like, it's like, I'm a good person, but it's like, you don't need to, that's not about being
Well, that's the thing, is that it's those guys that do it and no one talks about it. Those are the real guys. They don't need the recognition, right?
Yeah, oh, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all whatsoever. So that covers the All-Star game there. Now it's, well, I guess I don't know which one to go with first, but I guess we could go with, I guess I teased it, so we may as well talk about it. The Jets are taking on the mighty Vegas Golden Knights tonight.
Let's do Tampa first, because then we can talk about the game that's tonight.
Right. See,
we played another game.
See, this is why maybe Greg does need to be here all the time. They played the Tampa Bay Lightning. Winnipeg did. They beat them 3-1. Not the score I
Hutch
thought that was going to happen.
is clutch.
The Hutch is clutch. Put it into the clutch because he's back, baby. He played great. I thought he played pretty. Well,
he didn't play bad. He didn't play great. Like he played what he did what he needed to do.
Yeah,
because
they were both coming off the All-Star break. Hutch played in the NHL All-Star game the night before.
He got at noon the fucking day.
Noon! And he took pregame warm-up. I was like, maybe he'll give it off. I don't know. But they're like, no, he's out of here. Let's put him in. No, I don't know. It looked like I was there. I watch the games. I hashtag watch the games. And even when I'm hashtag watching the games at the game, I'm not watching the games. I was drinking soda pop. I had a refillable soda pop. I had a popcorn. It's delicious. Anyways, what'd you think of the game? I thought it was first period was slow.
It was both teams were real slow.
Yep.
Tampa got a goal in the last minute, I think.
Yep.
It was the last minute.
By Pekka.
Yeah, Matthew Pekka.
Any relation?
Yes, it's his son.
Oh, real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That move was sweet. That happened.
It was weird. I did not see
right in front of me. It happened right in front of me. I was like, whoa! What? I didn't know you could do that. I was so excited. Because usually you're like, oh, maybe he'll do a crazy move. This one, I didn't say anything, and he did a crazy move, so now I'm just going to be like, do you think he's going to do a crazy move? Or like, like joke my head. Yeah. But, okay, so they went up 1-0 with, like a minute left in the period, which you never want to give up. The stigma's what? At the start of 2 minutes left? Or
the last minute. The beginning and the last minute of each period. Is not what you don't want to do.
Because it's deflating.
Very deflating.
Yeah. So, second period, what happens?
Jets get a power play, 5-on-4. Then Chris Kunitz throws the puck over the glass.
It was a tight call because they reviewed it.
Well, it was...
Or it looked like they reviewed it.
On TV, you know it went out. It definitely did go out without touching the glass.
The crowd wasn't reacting there because I didn't see it.
It was maybe a foot away from touching the glass. Like it could have.
Okay.
If they didn't review it, like if they didn't talk about it, they could have called it either way.
Who got the goal on the power play? By the way?
Who do you think got the fucking
I know
goal?
Who got,
you know.
I know who got the goal because it happened right in front of me. I saw who passed it to him.
Wheeler.
Okay, so when Wheeler's setting up, I'm like, oh, there's Patrick. And I'm like, and the pass, and there it is. And I didn't even stand up.
See, the great play about that was that play doesn't happen if Wheeler doesn't suck guys over to him by moving into the middle.
He's been great at doing that. Like his entire career.
Oh yeah, he sucks guys in, and then because of where he is on the ice, the goalie has to respect his shot because he does have a decent shot. Like he can score goals.
He's on the hash marks, if not lower, but you can get that shot on.
Well, yeah, exactly. So as soon as he gets close like that, he passes it over. The goalie's already set for his shot, so now the goalie's moving over. Where if he's on the boards, as soon as that pass is made, Domingue would have already been in position. Yep. Which, you know what, with Laine's shot, he still might have scored.
You know what drives me nuts about that goal, though? Louis Domingue, who else is on his team that he would practice against every day?
Stamkos?
Steven Stamkos!
Oh, wait, maybe, no, he can even go the other way. If he's going the other way, he'd go to Kucherov.
Like, you practice this every day! You know, you're like, oh, I'm playing against Steven today, just in finish form. I'm playing him. In terms of the favorite shot that they have.
Well, yeah, but you gotta remember, he's the third string goalie, so he's only been up there for how many...
It's Louis Domingue. Come on, now. You're a goalie. Be ready for that.
You know what's happening.
Be a goalie. Hatchick, be a goalie.
Oh, yeah, but you think about it. How many goals does he have now? 23? I think he's got 23 goals now, like Laine.
Yeah.
You know where those shots are going, where they're coming from, and you're not stopping.
A decent chunk of
real good shots.
A real big chunk of those goals coming from that
he's got,
meter-long area.
I think 12 or 13 on the power play. I think it's 12.
I think he's leading the league.
He's tied now with Stamkos and somebody else.
Braden Shen. It's not Simmons. No, and I say Braden Shen because Braden Shen and Simmons when they played, or Shen when he did play for the Flyers and Simmons last year, like over half their goals that came on the power play. Because Giroux was like, oh, do you want this puck? Why don't you come and chase me? Chase me for this puck. And then he's like, oh, look, a piece of candy. Boom! And then Shen and Simmons, one touch in every single time. So, who else got the goals in the game then? Because we got Laine, we got Pekka, son of Pekka.
Who else scored?
I don't know. I was there and I don't know.
I know. I'm so bad at this. If it would have been yesterday, I would have known.
Oh, but Brian Little maybe? Perreault had an assist on someone's goal. Kyle Connor. Kyle Connor got a goal.
Oh, Kyle Connor got the second one?
Yep.
Which was just after a power play.
Just ended.
Just finished.
It was Sergachev coming onto the ice, I think.
And then, it was Little that got the third one. like off a pro kind of pass shot sort of thing. Oh,
So-
it's a shot, and then Little got the rebound.
So I did skip this segment in the Ducks game. Player of the game for you in the Tampa game. New segment. We're already skipping.
The Ducks. We're gonna go to the Ducks.
Okay, Ducks game. Player of the game.
Trouba had his best game of the season. He played so well that game, and he got injured in that game.
What happened in Jacob Trouba?
He fell and he just kind of. I think it's high ankle sprain is what they were saying, which is the worst injury in hockey. Right?
It is because they linger forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, and
So
the
how long's he
worst part
gone for?
is, I think 6 to 8 weeks is what they said.
Okay, because I know in the Tampa game they called up Tucker Pullman and he looked all right.
Well, you know what? If there is a position where we can take a couple of injuries, not a couple, but take an injury like to
Were you prepared for it?
right defense is definitely that position. Because even Tucker Pullman was probably the 4th best defenseman on the ice that night for the Jets. He was better than Toby, and he was better than Sherratt. The only people I'm not putting him ahead is Morrissey, Myers, and Buff, because Buff had a good game too.
Buff had a great game.
Yeah.
Buff had a great game. I think he took one penalty. It was a high stick.
It was right at the beginning where he hit the guy.
Yeah.
He should have had a penalty beforehand.
Yeah.
And for a cross check right to the face, I'm like, he got away with one, Buff.
Yeah.
So then he goes and hits the guy again, and then his stick fucking whacks him in the face. I'm like, ah.
That was right in front of me again. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of action right in front of me. It was nice.
Well, lucky.
Player of the game for Tampa.
Player of the game for Tampa. We're gonna go probably. Oh. Ooh.
No one in my mind stood out.
No, it was a good team effort.
Nikolai Ehlers had the puck a lot, but that's every game.
And you know what? He didn't do much with it once he got it. I don't like him on his offside anymore. I used to like
on
it,
the
but
left wing.
like on the right wing.
He's a lefty.
He's a lefty.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't like him there because the only move he has when he does that is cut through the middle, because he doesn't like to go around to his around the outside.
Because every time he's been crunched,
he's been getting crunched.
Yeah.
Where if he goes around his proper side,
yep.
He for some reason he has more speed. I think he's better at crossing over. So I think I want him back on that left side. So Scheifele, who's in a practice jersey now,
he's back.
A non-contact jersey.
How long ago was that?
December 27th. So a month.
A month. Oh yeah, 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks. So he's
So
got
a month
probably
away. 3 weeks.
maybe I'm guessing 2.
They're probably not going to rush him back.
They're not going to rush him. There's no need to rush him.
But he wants to rush back.
But well, you know what? And they're NHLers. They're all fast healers.
Yeah.
Really. So
they're hyperbolic time changer.
Exactly.
This, yes.
So whatever. He could be back tomorrow. Fucking, we don't know.
That's fair. What was I going to say about Scheifele injury? Victor Hedman came back for the Lightning.
Yeah, 3 weeks after a high ankle sprain. What the hell is that?
I don't know how bad it was, and
He missed 5 games with a high ankle sprain that he was supposed to be out for
because they were
3 to 4 weeks.
Hedman's a game time
6
decision.
weeks.
I was like, what? What do you mean game time decision? This wasn't long ago.
No.
This felt like it was 2 weeks ago.
It was supposed to be a 4 to 5 week injury, and he's back after 3, and he only missed 5 games because they had their break.
The mandatory break and then the All-Star game.
Yeah.
That he was supposed to play in.
And he didn't, but whatever.
That schmoz.
Well, but he missed the game before, so.
I bet he was able to play in that All-Star game.
He probably could have.
Oh, who'd they replace him with? I didn't even figure that out. Brian Boyle. But
Point.
Braden Point played in. Oh, Point.
Point played for Hedman, Boyle played for Hall.
But then you lose the defenseman. So how did that work?
They had, the lines were weird. They had the 3 centerman line of Barkov, Matthews, and Eichel.
Oh, that doesn't matter then. No one's touching the puck on the other team. That's fair. Okay.
And then Eichel scored a goal, and him and Matthews did the
Point at the
point at the net goal.
Perfect segment to segue into.
Oh, here we go.
Goalie interference. The reason that they were pointing and memeing was because last week, I'll tweet out the, it's a GIF or GIF, however you say it. So Austin Matthews scored a goal against the Avs that got called back for alleged goalie interference. According to the rules, I don't know how this is a goalie interference.
It's not goal interference. They're analyzing it way too much.
The
problem.
Basically, what I think we're going to is foot if you're in the crease at all, that's not a goal. Like, automatically plays going dead.
It's what it's probably going to come down to. It's ridiculous. Like, there was 4 in that 2-day span. I don't remember what the 4 were because it was about a week and a half ago. But
well, another big one was Connor McDavid had
right.
a goal called back when they were playing the Flames, and then he went into the shootout because the game went to a shootout.
Did you see the goal interference?
I have a GIF of it. Yeah,
it is like literally like there's nothing he can do to get out of the way of
no,
that. Like that's not it's not goal interference.
And so
it's him driving to the net to make a play.
Connor McDavid. Who is this guy? Connor McDavid. Come on.
We're almost there.
McJesus goes into a shootout, scores. Skates by the ref and says, "Hey, you want to check upstairs for that one?" And they ended up winning the shootout. So you see on the stat line, shootout, McJesus, goal. Next line, 10-minute for abuse of an official. That's probably the weirdest stat line you can have in a game. Be like,
great.
When you're trying to bring new sports into a game, how do you be like, oh, look at this stat line here. Goal, abuse of an official. Of the guy who scored the goal. Like, not even a goalie. Like, the guy who scored the goal. So, yeah, I'll tweet out, like, the GIF of both goals. Because they're just... And the interference. Because they're just...
They're not good.
No, but... So, Matthews and Eichel just did the point.
They did the point, just...
And people suggested that they should have... I believe this was Adam Prototype on Twitter. Okay. He's a great follow. If I remember, I'll write him to follow him. He said they should have scored, gone over and pretended to be refs and being like, "Is that a good goal?" And then being like, "It's been a good goal. It's good." And then point. But like, it's gotten to a point in the NHL now where, like, literally in their All-Star game, there was even an offside review challenge in the All-Star.
Did you see it?
No.
It was Wes McCauley calling it. It was great.
Okay. Oh, that's it. Yeah. So basically, Wes McCauley's fantastic.
He's got the funniest. Because it's his moment to shine.
He's like, I will take it. This is me. The call on the ice. We got a good goal. And like, the whole thing. Everyone's like, ah. But what do you think they're going to have to do with goalie interference? Because this is bad. Like, I don't usually complain. Well, I complain about the refs all the time. Let's get serious here. But I don't usually complain to the point where everyone else is complaining, and everyone's collectively complaining about the same thing. Well, so this is an issue.
I think they were talking about it over All-Star break, like all the GMs, about how it's not meant to be analyzed and scoped out. It's like it's a quick review, like where if something major happens, they're supposed to go back and look at that. But if it's just like a slight shove or like the McDavid one, where his foot just kind of grabs his stick. Like the goalie's stick, and the goalie kind of gets pulled out of position. That shouldn't be goalie interference because it's a hockey play.
Yes.
What they're talking about is like the one I always think about is I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. Just as someone was shooting, Blake Wheeler comes out from behind the net and pushes. I think it was against the Blues, so I'm pretty sure it's Elliott's glove down, and the puck goes right over Elliott, like right over the shoulder.
So he would have had.
He would have saved it.
Okay.
And there was no goal interference at this review at the time, and the refs didn't catch anything. So it was just a good goal, and that's the one I always think back to that one. Like that should be a goalie interference challengeable one. Like where he's literally going out of his way to move him.
He touched the goalie. But see, then you get into the touch of goalie. It's like something you're shoved into your goalie.
No. He took his stick.
Oh, I remember yours. I'm just saying, if it's like, because I said, oh, maybe it'll be touch of goalie, but then I'm like, no, because then Wayne Simmons gets into the business in front of the net. Always, that's his kind of one of his moves is get shoved into the goalie as they're shooting it, and then it counts because it's like, well, no, he shoved me, but it's like, yeah, but you started
It's a tough one. The one another one that I'm looking at was the one this year where Scheifele's foot was in the crease, and Bishop literally goes to hack him and puts his stick around his leg, and then the puck goes 5-hole. So then it's not a goal because Scheifele was literally standing there, not doing anything, but because his one foot was in the crease.
And Bishop had his foot.
Bishop had his skate wrapped around his foot. It's Scheifele's fault, which doesn't make any sense to me. That's not goaltender interference. The goalie was the one that started the fucking I don't get it. He started it. I don't get it.
Yeah. No, Dan's mentioned that one quite a few times too.
Yeah.
But that's fair, I guess. Yeah, my answer would either be you find a concrete all right, this is it, this is not, but the only one in my mind, like this is a goal, this is not a goal. It would be the international rule. But then if you want to speed games up, that is not the way. Because you got to play, the moment they're in the crease, play dead.
Yeah, I don't
and
like
you'll
that.
see it at the Olympics. It's going to happen.
I don't like that at all.
I don't like that rule either, but I don't like what's happening now where every goal, every shot is challenged either. Like, that drives me crazy.
Well, and that's the thing is, it's not like there's not interference that they're calling interference. It's their hockey plays.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, it's just basically they're overanalyzing everything.
Yeah, and that's what they said at the meetings. Apparently, is like go in, you start with what you called on the ice, and unless it's a monumental thing like that is clear cut, don't change it. Is what they said to the refs. So we'll see what happens from now on. But
moving forward, exactly. Yeah. You mentioned Wes McCauley earlier, and I just want to say there was 2 players previously before our podcast started, but in the past week in our last podcast, that were in the 1980 draft or 1990 draft. It was Wes McCauley and the other one is Jaromir Jagr.
Only 2 players from that draft still lacing up the skates is what.
Correct. Yeah, because technicality, Wes McCauley.
Yes, McCauley's right.
Wait, what team did he play for then?
I have no idea. I think it might have been Detroit. No. I saw it on the tweet. Who he got.
I like the transition of how, hey, maybe he wasn't as great skilled of a player, and so he became a ref, and he's a
good ref.
He's a great moment ref. I can't say I clue in or remember any specific referees, like the crazy fans out there. They're like,
oh, not this guy again.
I've had that. I had that in front of us at what game did I go to? At the Devils game. Yeah, this was in November. Someone was sitting in front of us, and they were like, "Oh, this guy," and I'm like, "You know the ref? What did he do to you? Like, do you remember?
Did he sleep with your wife? Like, what happened?
Yeah, jeez." So back to the other players, Jagr. Jaromir Jagr was put on waivers. No one picked him up. 38 games shy of tying Goalie Howe most games all time played. I'm going to give you a stat line here. So he's played third all time. I stand corrected. He's played 1,733 games. He sits at 766 goals, which is third all time. 1,155 assists, which is fifth all time. 1,921 points, which is second all time, asterisk first all time. I could score all those points, Gretzky, if no one was allowed to fight me either, but whatever. His first game was...
Well, yeah, but you look at how people treated Jagr, like, when he was in Florida, no one touched him.
No.
It was a respect thing. It's like, oh, Jagr's got the puck. Like, you play defense on him, but you don't go and try and run Jagr.
Yeah,
it's not what you do.
His first game was October 5th, 1990. That's before we were both born.
That's a lot of years.
Actually,
that was before I was even a thought.
That's...
born.
October 1st. Yeah, wow. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
His last game, December 31st, 2017, as of right now. How do you feel about this? You think anyone will ever try him again?
No, I think he'll play in the Czech league. And...
Now, do you think, from Jaromir Jagr's perspective, he should have called it quits a little while ago? Because he's played on quite a number of teams.
Well, yeah, but he was last year with Florida. He was their leading scorer for most of the year, if not ended as their leading scorer. Would you hang it up if you were the leading scorer of a team at the end of the year? Because I don't think he was done. I wouldn't. I just think it needs a proper fit. The right system that would have worked for him. I don't know why Florida got rid of him. He was a perfect fit for them, unless they saw this decline and knew it was going to be this year. But
I don't know if it's the direct decline. I think it's a system because Calgary plays a different.
It's a faster system.
But
with the guys that Florida has, it's not a very quick transitioning. It's
more
game.
of a possession.
They're a possession team.
Yeah.
Especially with Barkov. Barkov is pretty much. No, I'm not going to say the same player, but they have similar qualities where they're so good at protecting the puck because they have those long sticks and they have big bodies.
And they have long strides, but that doesn't necessarily make them fast. Because they decided, again, this is going to live on forever. If there was another expansion draft, you give Dale Talon a call. Because he didn't know how that worked. Because Marchessault and Riley Smith were obviously one of their fastest players. Because you can tell in their, based off their play, they're still doing okay, I think. I don't know. But, Trocheck, he's pretty quick. Huberdeau's okay. He's not a burner.
Yeah, I know. He's quick, but he's not gonna.
Yeah,
out of the water.
I can't see why. they didn't test him out again. Maybe it was a money issue, but then again,
Well, that's the thing. That's why they got rid of Marchessault and Riley Smith. That was the deal.
What was he? What Jaromir Jagr wouldn't take $1 million. He's already made how much in his career? I should have had that stat.
Well, that's the thing. If they would have given him $1 million, like what's Verbata getting paid there? I think Verbata's getting 2.5. Verbata's not as good as Jagr now.
I take Jagr.
I take Jagr over Verbata right now, even though Jagr's not in the NHL anymore.
Yeah. I was gonna say Alex Ovechkin. Not that. I'll try and move on. I guess Alex Ovechkin hit 500 assists. So
how many rebounds? I want to know.
Lots.
Lots.
Oh, I have the Wes McCauley stat. He was drafted by Detroit in the 8th round.
It was Detroit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn.
Nail on the head there. Oh, Ovechkin also hit his 30th goal. So that Ovi has now scored 30 goals in every one of his first 13 seasons.
That's even with lockout shortened season. That's crazy.
That's real good.
And that was when everyone's like, "Oh, is Ovechkin really the same player?" And
I think he's kind of slowing down.
And then he gets 30 in a 48 game season. Like, what?
It's kind of nuts.
He's really good.
Ovi is Russian.
He is Russian.
Russia announced their Olympic roster.
Oh, good segue. I like that.
Oh yeah, that's kind of what I do. I'm not gonna name all of them. I'm just gonna give you I'll name obviously we already know, like Datsuk's on it, Kovi's on it, Kirill Kaprizov, Mikhail Grigorenko. Other than that, Nikita Nesterov. Other than that, like they're all.
I think Marchenko's there too, isn't he? Or did he not make it? I thought he was there. Defenseman.
Alexei Marchenko did make it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna name 3 things here. SKA, UCKA, and another random team I don't recognize their logo. I'm trying to get to the Russian team is made up of only players from 3 teams in the KHL.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. You take a peek. I will tweet the picture.
No way.
Only from 3 teams, and the majority from CSKA Moscow, which is the team Datsuk and Kovalchuk play on. Actually, almost the entire team of CSKA Moscow. That's the stat. Isn't that nuts? Like, that's...
There are other guys on other teams that I think could have made it, like... Well, he's not allowed to play because of the steroids thing, but Nichushkin?
Valery Nichushkin?
Yeah, he probably would have made that team if he was allowed to play. Because he's a hell of a hockey player.
Did you hear about Slava Voinov trying to come back to the NHL?
If he does get back in the NHL, he will not be allowed to play in Canada.
He is on that team as well, I just checked.
Yeah.
He won't be allowed in Canada?
He won't be allowed in Canada.
There's no way. There's no way no one's going to pick him up then, because he can't play in... There's 7 Canadian teams. You play them each once. There's a Canadian team in every division. So you're losing... At home, you're losing them... You do a home and home with each team in the NHL now, right?
Well, if you're going to do it, an East team needs to get them. Because you're playing less games against Canada because there's 4 teams in the West.
3 in the East.
3 in the East. So you're going to go to an East team. You're only losing them for maybe...
7 games.
There's 3 games there, or 4 games in the West, and then how many do you play interdivision?
6.
So, Metro. He's got to go to the Metro. Because then you're only playing maybe 2 games in Canada. Like, in the East. Or 4 games or whatever. 5.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
So he has to go to the Metro.
It's not going to work either because, say, hypothetically, you make a team and you're on... You make a team... You're on a Metro team and you make it to the Stanley Cup Final against...
Say Winnipeg.
Winnipeg. You can only play the home games? What are you talking about? No, that's not going to... And NHL, whoever, if they even try... If it even comes out that someone tried to get him...
Metro?
No, anyone, though.
No. You know who's going over for the Metro?
No way. NHL vet of 500 games. Will not allow that. Andrew McDonald. No way. This isn't Holmgren. It's Hextall.
Provorov. Voinov. There's your top pairing.
No.
There it is, right
there.
No
way. Ron Hextall's not. No way can Holmgren tackle Hextall and drug him and make him do that. No way. There's no way it's happening.
There is, though.
Absolutely no way.
This is the same team that tried to get Weber.
You know what? I'm going on record.
They tried to bank Nashville by getting Weber.
That was Holmgren. It's not Hextall. It's different. You know what? I'll go on record. If the Philadelphia Flyers get Voinov, I'm done with the Flyers. I'm done. There's no way. That is...
I want a treats of pizza. You buy me treats of pizza.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I'll buy you your own treats of pizza.
I want my own treats of pizza.
Any pizza.
You guys are going to be doing the podcast. I'm just going to be in the corner just watching.
Just chewing away.
I'm not even going to sit at the table. I'm going to be at a different table. I'm just going to be like, hey guys.
Thanks for the treats at camp. Hey, Philly sucks. And they're terrible people. Who knew? We already all did. No way. I will not. That's unacceptable. Oh, that's ridiculous. What else do I got here? I did that. I did that. Oh! Mr. Fisher.
Yeah.
Mr. Underwood is coming back to the NHL. What are your thoughts on it? Mike Fisher returning to the Nashville Predators.
Nashville getting
Does he
even
demand
more depth at center?
Does he demand his captaincy back?
No.
I would demand it.
I'm not coming back unless I get my seat.
Who can be? I'm the captain. I'm the captain.
You know, it's more leadership for that group.
Yes.
And it's a rested Fisher who, how old is he? He's 36 or 37 now?
I think so. You know before.
I know. He's probably 37 or 38. I think around that age. It's just, he got a break. He got to hang out, bang his super hot wife.
We don't know if he did. This is a family-friendly podcast. We haven't sworn all podcasts. Are you kidding me? We've sworn a lot.
No. And just relax, hang out with, I think he's got a kid now. I think.
I remember a couple years ago that he was saying he was going to retire at the end of last year because he said they want to build a family or have a family. And everyone's like, oh, when Carrie Underwood tells you you're having a family, you do it. She's beautiful. Yeah.
You secretly go get snipped and then you try every day.
You're a monster. You're a monster! The views on the podcast are represented by Matt and Matt only. Wow, you terrible dirty dog. Get out of here.
It's reversible. Then after a while, maybe this isn't happening.
Oh, yeah?
Then you go back and bam, done.
Got it. Oh, yeah. Wow. Well, you think Nashville, you come back for only one reason when you're that old. Do you think you're going to make it to the Cup final?
You know what?
You can say it if Winnipeg falters.
Well, no,
because it's got to be Winnipeg Nashville favorites, right?
Well, it's definitely, you'd think, right? Or
they're the
even
top
Vegas,
two.
Oh
yeah,
those are the top three teams in the West who I think are the only ones who really have a shot at the Cup this year. And Winnipeg's they have no playoff experience other than the one series where only I think a quarter of the guys on that team are still there.
Yeah.
So really, they need a lot of experience. So I think going through one or two rounds this year is a success. Even just get through the first round, meet up against Nashville. It's probably Nashville's time to win. I think it probably will be Nashville this year. They got a taste of the Stanley Cup Stanley Cup Finals last year. Probably going to be them to win this year. And so just go play Nashville in the second round. Take them to Game 7 or something. Make it a fun series because Nashville and Winnipeg is going to be a hell of a series if it happens. And then next year, come out firing, and that's when the Winnipeg Jets win their Stanley Cup 2019.
Thanks, Hockey News. Did we ever follow up on the anthem singer and if he still has a job in Nashville? I totally forgot about that.
Oh, God.
Remember, he was like, that is unacceptable! How dare they bring in Brooks and Dunn over me? And you're like,
they run Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood's a given.
Keith Urban. They had all these huge, Luke Bryan was there. They had all these huge country stars.
Because why not?
This is unacceptable. I was the anthem singer. It's fucking everyone and their mom fucking sing in Nashville, okay? You're fucking replaceable. Shut your face.
Yeah.
Enjoy the fucking ride because you get paid to sing at a fucking game and then you fucking get to sit there and watch. Shut the fuck up. Who are you? You are nobody.
There was 5 F-bombs there.
Sorry.
This really
I got really riled up.
Struck a chord with me, right? It struck a chord with me, but more in the meme factor, what? What do you mean you're complaining? You get to go to the games for free. You get to eat free. You get food for free. When I go to games and I'm I've never been in a Sweet Edge Jets game, but whenever I go somewhere and I'm getting fed, I'm like, hey, this is pretty good. And then they're like, how about you have free food and you're still getting paid to not do your job, and you're at the Stanley Cup Final in a suite
for free.
Do your job.
Shut up.
Shut up. I'll be the anthem singer. I don't care.
Exactly.
I want to mean myself. I'll be the worst anthem singer ever.
And literally, you just walk down the street and just, hey, are you in a band? Yeah. Well, do you want to sing the anthem? Because our guy's being a douchebag. Yeah, sure.
Done. Exactly.
It's easy.
Exactly.
You're in Nashville. Shut up. You have a good gig.
Oh, man. Yeah, I never... I should follow up. I'll make a note.
Yeah.
Please remind me if I don't. If you don't hear about it, put a comment down below, like national anthem singer follow up or something.
Yeah.
I'll try and remember. Speaking of, according to Dan and most people in the NHL, and I'm only throwing Dan because he really doesn't like this gentleman. Brad Marchand has been suspended again.
Did you see the hit?
I did see the hit. I saw it in real time, and I was like, "That's not bad." And then
they show the reverse angle of slow mo, and you're like, "Hey!"
So now this is Brad Marchand's discipline history. He's been suspended 6 times with 3 fines, 19 played games or 19 games lost for $872,522.61 in forfeited salary. He's almost given up $1 million in suspension.
But the thing is if he's not playing on that line that he likes to tiptoe on, he's not as effective.
No, because it seems like he riles himself up to play great. And that's kind of what he does. So.
We have a guy on my other hockey team.
Okay, a hockey team you play on. Go ahead.
And we've told him that he can't act like an asshole anymore because it's just everyone's tired of it.
Correct, okay.
He's not the same player.
No,
he's
not. Worse.
He's way worse. He can't get himself up to play unless he's poking at guys or slashing
or looking
guys.
over his shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. It's just some guys just need that little bit of incentive by being a dick.
I guess that's a way to go.
And if he's listening to this, which I doubt he is.
Brad Marchand?
No.
Oh, the gentleman on our hockey team.
You know who you are.
You know Dewey. You know Dewey. Do you know Dewey?
I call him on it for it all the time. So
that's fair. Okay. No, just cover all your tracks because if he's listening home, he's like, "Hey!" No, it's probably the other guy. Oh, wait, that was awfully specific. That was me. All right, now it is time for a segment in which we have an intro for, and I've been memeing this too. I will not meme it today. It's Falling for Dolan. Hit the intro, me, future me.
I'm fallen.
Falling for Dolan.
I'm fallen.
Rasmus Dahlin gör 1-0 för Frölunda.
I'm fallen, and I can't get up.
Thanks, future me. Great cut. That was awesome. Falling for Dolan. We got...
Are you not going to do it again? Usually you do it twice.
Nope, not twice. I don't have time today because I got to go to the Vegas game. I got to go watch the Vegas Golden Knights beat the Winnipeg Jets.
Predictions.
4-2. And I'll give you goal scores because I told you earlier. Wild Bill's getting one. Wild Bill, William Karlsson. The NHL knows who Wild Bill is. We got Holla at Your Boy, Eric Haula. We got... I said Shea Theodore, but then my brain started working. I'm like, Theodore Roosevelt. Rosie. Shea Theodore is Rosie. Rosie's getting a goal. That's 3. Who did I name? There was one more in there.
It's the real deal.
I'm going to give it to Brendan Leipzig, hometown boy. I'd like for him to get a goal.
Look who you can. You know, another hometown boy.
One of them will get a goal.
One of them?
One.
Just one of the Winnipeg boys is coming in with the goal.
I'm not giving a goal away from Rosie. He just got a new nickname. I like it. And Holla at Your Boy, I've never seen him score live, so I'd like to see it. And then for Winnipeg, I've already said, of course it's going to be Matthew Perreault, because why not? And Brandon Tanev. He's every game I've gone to go see Brandon Tanev play live, he's gotten a stick in the mouth or like something. But apparently that's a
Oh, he just scored like 2 games ago. I don't think he's going to get a goal.
Well, then I'll give you who's scoring the other goal. Oh, no, wait. You can't pick. You have your own prediction. No, it's Tanev. Who's your prediction?
Let's go. Jets are going to come up firing today. It's going to be 5-2.
5-2?
5-2 empty netter.
By the Jets?
Empty netter by the Jets.
So the garbage... What did I call
the garbage apprentice.
The garbage apprentice Kyle Connor is going to get the goal. Is anyone getting a hattie?
No, we're gonna give one to Andrew Kopp. He's going to get one.
Jeez.
I know.
Scraping bottom of the barrel. And so we've begun. Next one.
Next one. Patrick Laine.
Okay. He has to try and keep up to two-way center Sean Couturier.
Yeah. Next
Patrick
one.
Laine is a playmaker, not a goal
Patrick
scorer.
Laine again.
Okay.
2 goals for Patrick
Teasing
Laine.
the natural hattie. Okay.
Yeah. And then get the last one. You know what? Nick Ehlers hasn't scored in a long time.
Is he going to be on a breakaway?
It is not going to be.
He will never be on a breakaway.
I will say that with confidence.
You know what?
Not a breakaway. So then the 5th goal, Kyle Connor.
Garbage Apprentice. Okay.
There we go.
You know when Nick Ehlers is going to score? This is storybook ending. And I'm saying it now so I can show people, like, oh, timestamp it. I did it. I said it. Because that's how people do. That's how everyone does. Like, oh, I called that. And you're like, yeah, you're throwing stuff at a fan.
See, that was like that one that I was talking to you about with the World Juniors Team Canada. Not USA, the finals.
Tyler Steenbergen.
I meant to text you.
Yeah.
Or talk to you about it and say that Tyler Steenbergen is going to get the game winner today.
It's happening.
He hasn't scored all tournament. Who scores the game winner? Tyler Steenbergen! Fuck!
Yeah, we're like, I knew it! Yeah. This is my storybook ending. Game 6, conference finals. The year is 2020, but 19 for the hockey season. Nick Ehlers. It's a PK. He gets sprung in a break. Overtime. Finally scores it. Bar down. I'm not naming the team because I'm not that good. Let's get real here. It's Dallas. Surprise. Just kidding. It's not. It couldn't be Dallas. Who could it be?
Is it Stanley Cup final we're talking about?
No, conference final. To go to the Stanley Cup final.
Well, it could be Dallas.
Oh, could be?
Well, if they do the wild card, they go Jets
on Eric Comrie. What? Yeah, that's right. They're like, okay, Cam, that's next year. And I'm like, yeah, starting goalie, Eric Comrie. Right there, dude. All right. I'm not giving another Fallen for Dollar in the show. I could have, but I'm not doing it. I did.
The conversation.
Look how easy it was. I'm not doing it again. All right. We start at 27. Vancouver. Then we go 28. Montreal. 29. Ottawa. 30. Buffalo. 31. Arizona. I'll ask you the same thing I asked Dan and Greg almost every week. Out of those 5, who do you not want to have fallen for Dolan?
Who do I not want to have?
So Vancouver, Montreal, Ottawa, Buffalo, Arizona. Who, you don't deserve it. I don't want, just you specifically then.
Montreal.
Montreal?
I just don't like Montreal.
All right.
It'd be fun to see, Ottawa get them, and, you have Carlson and Dolan playing together.
Yeah. Oh,
because right now they have Shabbat and Carlson playing together in Ottawa. No one's playing fucking defense on that.
Yeah, but you don't have the puck when they're on the ice, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
Doesn't matter.
All right. Do you have any more questions or comments, concerns?
No, I think did we get everything? I think we got everything.
We got everything. All right. Well, if you want to subscribe to the podcast, you can go to any podcast app, iTunes, Podomatic. You can find basically any podcast app you'll find us. If you find us on YouTube, it is Last Man In PC, or Last Man In PC. If you want to contact us on Twitter, it's Last Man In PC. Email lastmaninpc@gmail.com. Comment down below. I asked a few questions I forgot, but yeah, let us know what you think. And other than that, we will see you later, or we'll see you at another time, because I'm not good at doing exits. The
exits are harder. The intros are easier than the exits.
Intros are easier because I could just start talking, but exits. All right, see, look at this. We're already talking
again.
All right, you have yourselves an enjoyable eve.